Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. If you haven't joined us before, this is Comics Unchained, where we talk about brand new comics each week and other comic book related stuff. So, as always, I'm your host, Sergio Sanchez, and with me is my good buddy, Indiana. Indy, today we're
What's
going to be
up?
looking at what is the book we're looking at today?
So, as you know, if anybody's following DC right now, there's a big event with Future State. It's a little confusing, but pretty cool stuff. And we're going to focus on Superman House of L, which you will come to learn from me. I am extremely biased, and I love Superman slash Clark Kent to an insane degree.
You've always liked Superman,
Um,
dude. But
yeah, dude,
Superboy has actually
it's
been your go-to.
Superboy's that's my boy, but Clark started it all. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go right off into it. We've got a great story that's written by Philip Kennedy Johnson. I unfortunately haven't had a lot of experience with some of his stuff, but if it's anything like this, I'll tell you right now, it's a good ride, man. And some great art from Scott Godlewski, I think his name is
Oh,
Godlewski.
don't worry about messing
Um,
up names because when it's my turn,
yeah,
oh, like talk about messing up names.
Yeah, I just want to give these guys credit. I mean, and a pretty solid cover by Packett and Fairbairn, I believe. But yeah, I mean, from the get-go, a lot of action, getting you right into it, and of course, you'll hear this from both of us. When anything starts with an inner monologue, you just know you're in for a good ride. And I've been lucky enough to run into a million books like that.
It's
So
always
this is
been
another one of those.
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. It's always been one of my key things. Like when I'm reading a book, I just feel like it gives more depth to the character because you get to actually
exactly.
see the emotions and the feelings through what the character is experiencing through the inner monologue. So like every time they do that, I mean, like look at some of the TV shows that do that.
Oh yeah.
I think one of my personal favorites, I don't know if anybody else out there, was like Burn Notice, and whenever Michael Weston like referred to
God,
what he was doing or inside his own brain, like it
in the
just made
moment,
the show
yeah.
so much better. So I've always made it a point that whenever you're reading a book, if they have inner monologues and they're not just jumping straight to the point of the book, it just makes things so much better, and it gives the writers a lot more time to bring the character and give them more depth.
Yeah, and it's not even like a spoon feeding thing, because there's that problem sometimes where the dialogue is just there spoon feeding you.
Yeah,
It's not forced with an inner monologue. So, fortunately, this book gives you some of that in the beginning. It definitely moves a little bit more heavy dialogue, but then the world building for this book is really good. I think the thing that's weird about Future State is that this is things that haven't happened yet, but we're getting a glimpse at it, and some of it's really far flung into the future, and I'm sure we'll cover a couple more Future State books, but
oh
I
yeah,
highly recommend this book. The art is very pleasing, the story is very good, and there's a couple surprises in there that had me going like, "Oh damn!" So I really anticipate that you guys will enjoy this. It might be a little hard to pick up, but I mean, first, second printings, it doesn't matter. Just get that story, get these writers and these artists
oh
some
yeah.
recognition. That's
I
why we
like
do this.
I
We want to
used to be
recognize them,
yeah I used to be all about first prints, man, and
of
now
course.
I'm really all for just the story because I really enjoy some of the new stuff that's out. So I read it just for the story, and I used to be that guy too that's like, I need this variant cover, and I caught myself spending $40 on the same book. I
Yeah,
was like,
it can get up there,
wow,
and then
it's expensive.
you're putting it away, and you're like, "This is really just 5 copies of the same book." I don't
I
know why I
To
did
me
this to
it was
myself.
worth it, but I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I still catch myself doing it from time to time.
why not? If you got
Um,
the money, throw it at it. But I mean, yeah, there are definitely
yeah,
those times when you need to take a look at some of the books you're reading and assess, like, do you really need to own like every single issue of it? Because sometimes you don't, sometimes you do. I don't know, dude.
yeah, it's so much of a hard decision sometimes that you just kind of get stuck. But hey, man, in the end, as long as you enjoy the story,
Yeah, and it
it's gonna
sounds
work
like
out.
you did in this one. So like,
Yeah,
I would say you enjoyed it. I myself didn't pick up that book this week. I didn't read it. Uh,
right.
and I'm getting back into my comic book reads. So like, I missed a lot of the future state events. So this
Right,
this
yeah.
book, who was the writer on it again?
It was Philip Kennedy Johnson. Yeah,
Okay,
Philip Kennedy
so
Johnson.
like we'll have to look at like, I mean, is he writing more? This was your one shot or?
This one in particular was a one shot. I know he's been around. So he's got some other stuff, obviously probably not related to this. Um, but the big thing for this book is if you're a Superman fan, it does a lot for you. You know what I
Right
mean?
on.
Like yeah, it really gives some more lore. I love lore. Lore is always great because it's something you don't know, and it's even more interesting because lore is usually in the past, but this is set in the future. So
Yeah.
it's a good little combination of both.
And so, like always, we like to touch on the books that we think you should pick up and read, and we don't really like to give away too many spoilers. We will make other videos in the future that do that. But for now, these are just the books that we think you should go out and buy. Support your local comic shops. Always support your
Please,
local comic
please,
shops.
guys.
But yeah, so you can check that out now. It's in stores now.
Yeah.
And yeah, so you should be able to go check this, pick up this book. It's definitely worth the cover price. So, go to your comic book store, shop around. And as always, guys, we hope you enjoyed this review of this book. Indy, anything else you want to add on it, man?
Um, not much. Just check you later and keep reading, boys and girls.
God damn. Oh, man. All right, so we hope you enjoyed that. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.